Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Let's Play Morrowind, where we are once again here in our lair. We have rested for the night. Leave the cursed chest and wardrobe alone. We have rested for the night. We have stored books and things on shelves, although we are taking Divine Metaphysics and Hanging Gardens of Western Corridale with us for now. But later we'll probably end up putting them on the shelf. I need more shelves, I have decided. I definitely need more shelves. Because this one's looking a bit full. That one's full of junk as well. I need another one. Maybe shove it in the corner here, I guess. Or get a smaller one there, maybe? This place is going to start looking a lot less orderly and a lot more cluttered, I think, as time goes on. As I begin to just fill up whatever available space there is, as opposed to trying to make it look neat. But never mind. I do need more space, though. And this thing here is taking up unnecessary space as well, which is unfortunate. But anyway, our pile of Dwemer crap is growing. Some of it's flickering in and out of the known universe at the moment. That's probably appropriate, though, for Dwemer stuff, but admittedly. We really are running out of space here, yeah. I love it! I love it! I love it! I love collecting things in Morrowind. It's one of my favourite pastimes, just collecting stuff and putting it on shelves. Gives you a very tangible sense of progress. Anyway, while we're in Vivec right now, or rather specifically under Vivec right now. We aren't going to be for much longer. I'm actually going to go upstairs to visit the traders because I got a couple of gems and stuff I can hand over to them. Assuming they've got the money for it. And see, the Vermintide has not come out to greet us today. Good. Problematic neighbours, those, must be said. Now then, what is going on with that? That's weird. Look at that. Anyway. Peculiar. Anyway, so we need to go up here and sell a few things, and then after that we're going to be divine interventioning our asses out of here to Ebonheart, where we will be getting on a boat to Sadrith Mora.
Outlander, what do you want?
And in Sadrith Mora, that's where we're going to complete a few more jobs. Let's see. Seller Gold 0. Is that so? Blue Horn Amulet. Value 340. You know what? I bet that's probably pretty useful for enchanting purposes. You also have 0 gold. You have not recouped your
yes,
money.
Outlander?
Jesus, woman, just either dye the eyebrows or lose the wig, because you're not fooling anyone. Yeah. That's unfortunate, but never mind. Anyway, so, well, I don't even need to go back down here, do I? We can just get our asses out of here. No. Boom. So we're going to go back to Sadrith Mora to deal with some of these more menial tasks, including the muck and the slowed soap, which we do now possess and can hand over, which is good. In addition to that, well, let me think. I believe we've got to go to one of the other places, like Tel Brenora or Tel Mora or something like that, to deliver a skirt, of all things, to Mistress Tharana. Apparently, so that's on the to-do list. In addition...
Yes?
In addition... We also need to go visit Master Divathir, I think. Yeah, Divathir in Telfir, as it turns out. And he's sort of situated southwest of Sadrith Mora a little bit. Apologies if my voice is a bit meh today, because I'm a bit bunged up, to be honest with you. It's that time of year, unfortunately. The contagious bugs are about, and I'm a bit stuffed up today, a bit sinusy. So never mind. I shall carry on regardless anyway, because I really enjoy making these videos. I really do, actually. I look forward to Wednesdays when I get to sit down and do these Morrowind videos, because I always end up having fun. It's always good. I'd be tempted to make more of them a week if it weren't for the fact that I don't trust myself to keep to a schedule of more than one per week. Honestly. And that's an interesting looking shipwreck over there, isn't it? Yes, indeed. And that's presumably old Ebonheart over there we can see. Some sort of castle. It also means that I don't get burned out, you see. Because if I restrict myself to one per week, it means by the time we get back around to Wednesday again, I'm raring to go, and itching and raring to record a new video, which wouldn't necessarily be the case if I was doing more than one. I know for you people out there who like to binge watch this stuff, that's probably very inconvenient, only getting one episode of this a week, but it means you'll get more consistent uploads going forward, and that seems to have definitely been the case so far ever since I instituted this new schedule, so, you know, it's just one of those things. Yeah, then. Let us see. We've got the slowed soap. We've got the muck. So we can hand those over. And then we will bugger off to Telfir, I suppose. Yeah, we'll go to Telfir. We'll do that part next. Right, which one of you wanted this mug? Was it you?
There is someone watching me. I can tell.
Yes, 5 portions of muck. Here you go. Take these 100 drakes for your trouble. I already have enough grave dust and green lichen to finish these potions of cure disease. It would be so much easier if everyone could cure themselves. You can do that, can't you? No. I mean, no. Could you teach me? Oh, very well. Raven instructs you in the spell. There. Now, if you do not wish for more chores, go about your business. Any more? Mistress Dratha wants a ring known as the Black Jinx. Mistress Dratha has always had an interest in this ring. She believes that the ring is now here in Sadrith Mora. Acquire this ring and deliver it to me. No, I have not found it yet, you stupid woman. Right. Okay, that's interesting. What about you? I did ask the 3 questions. You have spoken with Baladas. Yes, I see. Archmagister Gothram will be pleased with these answers and will be quite interested to know that Baladas is alive and well. I should give you something. Here, take these messenger scrolls. You may find them useful. It's yours? Archmagister Gothram has learned the location of the Dwemer ruin of Nishuleft. This Dwemer ruin lies west of the town of Voss. Apparently, these ruins are what Archmagister Gothram wanted Einat Sanababi to look for. Archmagister Gothram wants some plans or blueprints from Nishuleft. Find these plans and return them to me. He's in Telerune, apparently. Okay, cool. Oh, not yet. Archmagister Gothram was right to question your loyalty and rapid advance in House Telvanni. I haven't advanced at all. I can't get a promotion unless I go all the way to Port Flipping Telvanni. Do you have the slowed soap? Yes, I do. Do you have 5 portions? Yes. Here, take it. I don't want it. Perhaps these will put Master Naeloth in a better mood. He's old, you see, and has trouble moving about. I use the slowed soap along with some rue brush and bone meal to make an ointment for his joints. Ugh, better you than me. Any more chores? Master Naeloth has asked me to acquire a staff of the Silver Dawn and deliver it to him. I believe someone in the Mages Guild here in Sadrith Mora has this staff. Master Naeloth wants the staff, and I cannot leave my duties long enough to go fetch it for him. Go to Wolverine Hall, get the staff, and bring it back to me. Okay, seems simple enough. Advancement? All matters of advancement below the rank of wizard are taken care of by Vera Rainian. Please speak to him about advancement in the Telvanni Council House in Port Telvannis. Yeah, well, you know, let's get a bunch, like I said, we'll get a bunch of jobs done. Right, yeah, that's the coded message. We seem to be missing 2 mouths. New, yeah, into the skirt. I was going to say something and now I've completely forgotten what it was. I was distracted. Oh yeah, no, we're going to get a bunch of all the jobs I can feasibly do here done. And then we are going to make that journey to Port Telvanus and we'll see about getting promoted. Because I'll probably have stuff for us to do over there. I have a feeling it will not be as simple as just simply turning up and saying, "Hello, I would like to be promoted." Because I have a feeling it probably isn't going to work like that, and they're probably going to want us to do more stuff, so, oh well. Anyway, let's go over to Wolverine Hall here and ask about this staff, and also, let's ask around about this Black Jinx thing. You know, to anyone who can actually tell us about it, that is. The Mages Guild might know, actually, to be fair, so. You know what, I could be super lazy right now, and I'm going to. Stupendously lazy. Right. Who's got the staff? Is it you?
Yes, what is it?
You're in charge here, aren't you?
The finest potions and elixirs in town are right here.
Duty to advancement? No. Okay, maybe not. Anything about the Black Jinx? No. Okay. You're there.
Listening.
Trocyon Nigilius. Staff of the Silver Dawn. Yes, Ariel has a staff like that. Excellent. Ariel, there you are.
All right, I'm listening.
A good day to you, Father Sylvan. I'm Ariel Fiencel. I assume you're new to Sadrith Moor since we've never spoken before. I know most everyone in town. Could I help you find someone in particular? No. Staff of the Silver Dawn. Yes, I have a Staff of the Silver Dawn. I don't use it very often. I prefer daggers myself. I'll sell it to you for 300 drakes. Alright. Yeah, take it. Come to see me if you're ever looking for another enchanted item. Well, you don't sell enchanted items, so that was silly. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to still ask around about the Black Jinx. Just in case. No. You... who the hell are you? Oh, just Gink and Trees Trade. Why do you have no topics at all?
Dirt, everywhere, dirt.
Neither do you. That's bizarre. It's very bizarre.
You want something, friend?
Don't do that, dude. Right. Birds of the Apostle. We're in Talvani Town right now. There's no need to be shy about using magic. Are those clouds up there 3D? You know, I think they might be, but I'm not sure. Check out that lighthouse thing over there. That's so cool. How did I never notice that before? Check this out. Oh, it's just down here next to the boat, isn't it? I feel like this is Morrowind Rebirth right here. I don't think this is in the original game at all. Almost certainly it isn't, actually. Very cool. I like it. Right, please. Yeah. Get stuck on stuff. Huh. Nice. Oh, hello, you two. Who are you? Welcome to our fair town, Father Sylvan. If you're just new to Sergeant, blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Black Jinx. I've heard of it. I believe the ring belongs to the Morag Tong. If your curiosity exceeds your judgment, perhaps you could ask them about it. They have a guild hall. Ha 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 ha. Most convenient. How much charge do I have left in these boots right now? Not a lot. Probably shouldn't fly over there then. Because otherwise I will attempt to recast the spell and then just fall out of the sky like a rock. Alright. Well, I am the Grand Master of the Morag Tongue, so you would think that they'd just hand over the Black Jinx to me without any questions asked, but we'll see. Can't remember the last time I ever wandered around Sadrith Mora at night. It's quite nice, actually. All the lanterns and stuff. Hello! What can I do for you, Grandmaster? The Black Jinx. I've heard of it, but we're in the Morag Tongue Guild Hall, you idiot. Black Jinx. It's yours, Grandmaster. Fantastic. I love it. Right, okay. So good. What does it do, out of curiosity? It's really good. I might just keep it, you know? Black Jinx. Cast when used. Absorb luck. 25 to 50 points for 30 seconds and 1 feet on touch. And burden. Pfft, rubbish.
Outlander, I've heard much about you. Would you have need of my services?
Apparently you don't even realise that you're in a Morag Tongue Guild Hall, so no, I do not require your services. Who recruited this idiot? Alright, Black Jinx and the staff have been acquired. Let's go hand those over now. Then we shall... what else? What do we need to do? Learn schematics from the ruins of Nishulef. Oh, that's quite a trip, actually, that is. We'll leave that till last, I think. Yeah. More errands, more chores, all of it totally beneath us, but we don't care because there's a part of us that just enjoys this running around doing silly things for these silly people who are all going to crush underneath our boots later on. I'd be dreadfully bored if I didn't have all this to do, you know?
I could kill that girl.
Yep, no, I still haven't done the coded message. Do I need to talk to you? No. You. Black Jinx. Here it is. Well, yes, this is it. Mistress Drather will appreciate this. The ring can instill fear in others. I know a spell or two that are not as powerful as this ring, but I will teach them to you if you wish to learn. Very well. Raven teaches you how to demoralize your opponents. If you want more chores, speak with the other mouths. I have no other chores for you. You may also speak with my patron, Mistress Drather, but be warned she does not like men. She is my patron, and I am her mouth on the council. If you have personal business with her, you may find her in Tel Mora. Yeah, I don't think we'll be talking to her. No. Yes. Good, I hope Master Nelth will be pleased with it. I have this old dagger I no longer use, and I can teach you to blind your enemies as the staff does. Oh, a new dagger! I do like new daggers. That's very kind of you. Teach me to blind my enemies. Why not? Yes, of course. Now, if you'll excuse me. So we've learned new spells, which is nice, I guess. Blind. Reasonably good spell chance on that, actually. Blind 10 to 20%, 10 seconds on touch. Although, to be quite honest with you, I have no idea what effect that actually has on NPCs. Obviously, on the player, it actually, it's like the opposite of Night Eye. It makes everything darker, so you can't see as well. But what actual tangible effect that has on NPCs you cast it on, I have no idea. Maybe it makes it easier to sneak around them, perhaps? I'm not sure. I don't really know. Maybe it lowers their hit chance against you or something. It's difficult to say. I'd have to go on the wiki and look that sort of thing up, because it obviously doesn't tell you here. It just tells you that you blind them. We could probably ask an NPC that was knowledgeable on the subject, and they might actually tell us what it does specifically. But for now, no. Cure common disease. 7% chance to cast. Oh dear. Demoralize creature. Demoralize humanoid. Also not bad, although again, I don't really know the tangible effects of this. 5 points. What does 5 points really mean, though? What does that equate to, you know? Is it 5 levels? What? A level 5 creature I can demoralize with that, or what? I don't understand. Never mind. Some of the magic system does remain a mystery to me to this day in Morrowind, really, but generally it's because I don't use those spells, because they're not that useful, but hey. Do-do-do-do. Bum, 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 bum. Anything else? Not really, other than this new dagger. Blast Jinx Blade, paralyzed for 3 seconds. Not bad. Oh, I've got this Dwemer Longspear I need to sell to someone, haven't I? I'm going to sell that to one of the traders outside before we leave, actually. That'd be a good idea. Soul Splitter. Blast Jinx Blade. Ice Blade the Monarch. The Amulet of Admonition. Also quite useful. Yeah, and a Glass Jinx Blade. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. Might hold on to that, actually. Could be useful if the paralyzed thing it actually works as intended. It isn't constantly resisted all the time. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. Right. So. I wonder if I've got any more chores for me. I forgot to ask. Any more? I don't have any more chores for you. You can check with my patron, Master Nailauth, or with the other mouths. Well, Master Nailauth is in town, so maybe we should go talk to him. Maybe we should. And I've used up all the levitation magic on my bloody boots now, which is unfortunate. Because I'm probably going to need it to get up there. I think I can levitate with a spell, can't I? Yeah, we can. Just not as well. Would train my alteration skill a bit up, though, if I actually bothered to cast levitate once in a while. Yeah, I'm not going to bother going through the inside. I think I'm going to just float on up to the top. Levitate! Up we go. Tell Naga up a tower. Excellent. The Dark Elves have a very strong propensity for wigs, it would seem.
Go ahead.
Master Nailauth. I really don't have time for any of this. Jaws. I have a certain interest in a robe which is in the possession of one entirely unworthy. This robe is known as the Robe of Drake's Pride. Are you going to give me any more information about that? It would appear not. Oh well. I guess that's not happening. You can tell me about Gothrin while we're here. Gothrin is what he is, crude and coarse and bullying, with a brutal nature and a tendency to abuse power. Master Arian? Arian dislikes Archmagister Gothrin and his way to lead House Telvanni. He wants to end Gothrin's reign in any way. I really can't be bothered with Arian's ideas, frankly. Telvanni councillors. Here's a recent addition to the Brown Book of Great House Telvanni. It lists the current Telvanni councillors and their residences. Let me mark the locations of the councillors' towers on your map. Tel Arun, Tel Voss, Tel Mora, Tel Brenora, and Tel Naga is right in the centre of Sadrith Mora. The Brown Book of 3E 426 has been added to your inventory. On the mainland, the councillors reside in Tel Orin, Tel Aranyan, Tel Owada, Tel Faeryn, Tel Daris, and Tel Thenim. Tel Faeryn is at the centre of Alt Bosara. Tel Daris is the seat of Gar Sadrith, south of Port Telvannis. And Tel Thenim, of course, looms over Port Telvannis itself. Good grief. Now, I believe with Tamriel Rebuilt, as of the current version and the faction, Telvanni, faction merge thing. Later on in the main quest, there's a section where you have to go talk to lots of councillors in the Great Houses for a reason. I'm not going to spoil yet, but suffice to say, there's a lengthy section of the game where you have to start getting involved in the politics of Morrowind, whether you like it or not, and it involves talking to basically every Great House councillor in the game. And I believe with this version of Tamriel Rebuilt, that includes all of these guys on the mainland as well, which is kind of cool. Not something we'll have to deal with if we're joining House Telvanni and obviously rising to the top of it, of course. But it's still pretty cool, nevertheless. Anything else worth asking him while we're here? The Dwemer? The Dwemer certainly knew how to build for the ages. Their towers have outlasted their creators by millennia. Advancement? Yeah. Background? What, are you trying to write my biography? Alright, I was born and raised Telvanni. I became a Telvanni councillor. And yet people still try to waste my time and interrupt my work with inane and pointless questions. The end. Goodbye. Alright. Let's just float on out again. You don't mind. Oh, nah. Who cares? Let's just get back down here. Before the spell runs out. Alright, that's done. What should we do now? I don't want to teleport back to my hideout, because then we'll have to spend an entire day travelling by boat to get here again, just so we can head off to Telfria. So I think I'm going to go to the Morag Guild Hall and just nick a bed there, because I'm the Grandmaster, and I can do that, so screw you. Also, on my way past, I'm going to try and sell you this Dwemer spear I've got. How much gold do you have? Oh, plenty. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Here you go. Small gold in the pocket. How much we got at the minute? Not enough, is the answer. Not nearly enough. Right. Upstairs we go. We've got a bed here. That will do. It says owned, but I think it's owned by the faction, which means that we can still
be at your service,
rest in it. Of course, I will quick save first in case something really dumb happens. Like, this is pretty dumb right here. However, yeah. There's only one bed in this entire place. My God.
I am blessed to be at your service, Outlander.
You're damn right you are. Right. Okay, let's give this a go. I'll rest for 11 hours. Nice, okay. Like I said, it's owned, but it's owned by the faction as opposed to by an individual NPC, and therefore, we are allowed to use it. Unless I've been expelled from the guild now or something. No. Okay, good. I remember apparently the Temple, the Imperial Cult, the Great House Telvanni, Fighters Guild, Morag Tong, the Blades, and the Mages Guild all at once, it would seem. That is fascinating. Loyalty? What's loyalty? Oh, to myself, you mean? That's the only loyalty I understand. It's really quite interesting because all of these memberships influence NPCs' dispositions towards us. So, for example, the members of Great House Telvanni, they like us quite a bit because we're a member of House Telvanni, but they don't like us as much as they would if we weren't members of the Imperial Cult and the Temple and all these Imperial factions and stuff. You see, it's interesting. Likewise, the Temple would like us probably quite a bit more if we weren't a member of the Imperial Cult as well. Because generally speaking, the way it works is most of the native Dunmer factions, except for Hlalu, that came out of nowhere, they don't like the Imperial factions. Likewise, the Imperial factions aren't very fond of the other mainland factions, and House Telvanni hates pretty much everybody. So, unless you're a vampire, they are alone and unique in the fact that if you are a vampire, they're the only faction that won't try and kill you. But hey. So, Telfria is just down over that way. In fact, I might even be able to see it from here. Is that Telfria over there? I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, well, water walking time, folks. Oh, hello. It takes 3 to kill you. Splosh. Re-equip my water walking. Oh, at least that happens. Otherwise... With the water effects. This game always had good water effects. I mean, they've been... The original game ones have now been replaced with the graphics extender ones, which look much more up-to-date and better and have proper reflections and stuff. But this game, when it originally came out, holy crap, did it have amazing water effects in it. Like, obviously the game straight up vanilla nowadays looks like arse. However, back in the day, this game was like staggeringly gorgeous when it came to graphics. It really was. It's hard to believe looking back now, but it truly was incredible. Probably got some pills in those clams down there, but not interested. But I distinctly remember the water graphics in this game being one of the things that still managed to look good even years later. I remember it. I even figured at the time when Oblivion originally came out that the water graphics in Morrowind still looked better than the ones in Oblivion did out of the box. Because Oblivion's water out of the box was a bit weird, actually. It kind of had this weird sort of... It looked like it was made of thick soup. You know what I mean? It wasn't... It was like it was mercury instead of actual water, you know? They kind of overdid it with the wave and reflection effects, I think. Oh my god, wow. Hello. Senia Urtius. Oh, you can take me to Sadris Mora, can you? That's useful. I grew up in a fishing family in Cyrodiil, on one of the many rivers of the Nibene Valley. That's where I learned to handle boats. But I joined the Imperial Legion when I became an adult to escape the life of unhappy poverty with an early death. An escape I did. My brother also got out of there, and he and I are the only ones left of our family. If my husband has not been infected with corpus disease, I would still be in the Legion training Legionnaires to properly defend themselves in medium armour. What? My husband has it, and he's here in Divathea's Corpusarium. We came to tell Fear, but being beyond hope, he could be cured of it someday. Divathea offered me the position of Telfear shipmaster, partly because he needed one, and partly because he knew I wasn't going to leave my husband to suffer this alone. How is your husband? Slowly deteriorating. He's still sane, but I can see him day by day losing his memory. I know unless he's cured one day, he will no longer even know me, and then I will have finally lost him forever. There's so much I want to do for him, and so little I can. I brought something I think he could use. Say, could you deliver it for me, please? It's a warm shirt. A warm shirt. The Corpusarium is cold and damp, and I worry about my husband getting even sicker down there. Divathea says corpus disease protects its victims from any other disease. I know. But maybe living in a cold, unhealthy place makes corpus disease progress faster? That's why I brought him this warm shirt for my husband. But I don't want to deliver it myself. The warden down there is always kind to me, but I think I'm starting to annoy him with how often I go there. Could you deliver it for me, please? Bathurst cares not a whit for this woman or her problems. However, this could be a useful excuse to actually visit this corpusarium, because this sounds fascinating. And also maybe a little dangerous, but fascinating nevertheless. Alright then. Thank you. Here's the shirt. It should keep my husband warm and dry in that cold, damp corpusarium, I hope. Just have to do something for him. They may not even deliver the shirt. We just want to look around this corpusarium. So... And... not knowing anything else about the place, having this errand to run in there might actually gain us entry, whereas we would normally be potentially denied. I don't know. Right. Also, she's our quick route back without me having to water walk all over the place, which is nice. Right. The Onyx Hall. Hello? Have you come to plunder the dungeon, or have you got corpus disease, or did you come to see Divathea? I'm Beatty Freer. Beatty Fear. I'm the wife of Divathea. One of them, sort of. You'd be surprised how many people come in here trying to steal Lord Fear's treasures. He does have quite a collection of relics and artifacts. But he keeps them down in the Corpusarium, and who wants to risk catching corpus disease? Not to mention who wants to get ripped in half. Pity. We don't see many good thieves here, just the stupid ones. Sounds like a challenge to me. Everyone who gets corpus disease comes to our Corpusarium. It's not very pleasant, but at least they're all fed and cared for. Did you come to see Devathir? Yeah. He's up above in his study. Hope you can fly. You can't get up there unless you can fly or have potions, sorry. Yes, well, not wife in the married sense, but, you know, paramour, consort, something like that. It's a bit awkward, really, because, well, he made us too, so we aren't really his daughters or anything. It's like we were his daughters, but because he made us, you see? I don't want to know, frankly. Right. I'm guessing down leads to... Oh, no. A locked door, for one thing. A very, 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 very well locked chest. Hello. My name is Deltifear. Do you want to see Devathir? Have you got corpus disease, or are you questing here looking to plunder the dungeon? Really? Is that what you had in mind? Don't let me discourage you, but you do know that you're almost certain to get corpus disease if you enter the Corpusarium. And I hope you understand how frightfully dangerous our inmates can be, and we do have guards, you know. Quite good ones. You're free to try, of course, but I don't advise it. Okay. Maybe I don't want to go in there. Ugh. I don't fancy getting corpus disease. I mean, my curiosity has its limits. You tell you what. Where is the damn thing? I don't want to carry it around with me, so... There's a shirt for one of the inmates, for the woman outside. You deal with it. Right. I'm getting corpus disease. No amount of curiosity is worth that. I've got things to do. I can't sit around in a corpusarium growing chunks of stuff on me. At least I think that's what corpus disease does. I don't think I've ever seen a corpus stalker before. Have I? I can't remember. I'm sure I've been into a 6th house cult place before, and I've seen little chunks of corpus meat hanging around in the troughs they like to keep in, though, which is freaking disgusting, by the way. But have I ever actually run into a corpus stalker? I'm going to assume I probably have at some point. They are rare, mind you. Servant's skull. I like this guy already. He has the same attitude towards storing things on shelves that I do, it would seem. Look at all this. Golden brandy. Huh. Tempted to just nick as much stuff as I can, but I feel like he's slightly more likely to notice missing things than Baladas was. Devath's chest of drawers. Could get that open, you know. I could do it. Definitely could do it. I have Undusi's key after all. Tell you what, I'll just have a look inside, right? I'll just have a little look inside. I don't have to take anything. Just have a look. Oh, just clothes. I don't know why it wouldn't be. It's just, I don't know. Who puts a 50 level lock on their clothes? Oh dear. The Lunar Lorcan. Alteration skill increased. Also, it's quite valuable. Pretty rare, too. I don't think I've ever seen it before. I'll just stick that in one of my pockets, I think. Right. Have you got anything else in here that's good? Not really. It's all pretty pedestrian stuff, isn't it, really? Which surprises me somewhat. Where is he keeping the good stuff? That's what I want to know. Well, the Corpusarium, apparently. At least that's what I've been told, so... cozy place, though, admittedly. Not bad. Anyway. It's a lot smaller on the inside than it looked on the outside, I'll admit that much. Right. What am I looking for here? Levitate. Oh, okay. Alright, then fine, I'll use the boots instead. Let's see if I care. Well, hello there. What's this? Huh. Okay, that's gotta have something valuable in it. Boring. Also boring? Yep, pretty boring. Oh, crikey, hello. Device there, I presume. Small ornate lockbox. Star Lover's log. Listing of the hunt, the legendary scourge. Does he even notice I'm here? Apparently so, because I can't sneak. Oh, there we go. Well, what a pleasure, a visitor, an entertaining diversion. Come to consult the great Devaith Fear. You have the divine disease, want to plunder the dungeon or leer at my daughters. The magical principles of corpus disease are elusive and miraculous, far more subtle and powerful than any conventional sorcery or enchantment. I'm persuaded that it is in some manner the curse or blessing of a god. Perhaps both a curse and a blessing. The victim, of course, cannot appreciate the marvelous nature of corpus. It saps the mind and destroys the body, but to a wizard, it's a profound and glorious mystery. A riddle worth a long lifetime of study. What about the dungeon? When you live for thousands of years, you need a hobby. Something you love always sparks your interest. I collect treasures and invite thieves to steal them. I'm a collector and a sportsman. I collect enchanted items from ancient artifacts. I have quite a few Dwemer pieces, and as a sportsman, I love letting thieves try to steal my well-guarded treasures. Only a few rules. 1, don't hurt the inmates. 2, don't hurt my daughters. My warden and guards can look out for themselves. Not bad for something born in a jar, eh? Charming and talented, not daughters really. A little project, a side benefit of my researches into corpus disease. Made it myself, from my own flesh. Nice, aren't they? Alfie Fear, Beatty Fear, Delty Fear, and Oopsie Fear. Quite a comfort to me in my old age. Ha ha. Warden. Vistha Kai, the Argonian, is my warden of the Corpusarium. Quite a fighter, tough as nails, self-taught. Works out with my daughters, who are no slouches at the martial arts themselves. This Sakai was one of the last of my slaves, freed him, and he wouldn't leave, kept him on as a hireling, then made him my partner. Excellent fellow, fine companion, not an intellectual, you understand, but a good company for me and my daughters. Uh-huh. Very good. I'm... Corwin, he was the half-mad ex-Sigig, wasn't he? We mortals were not meant for immortality. The body can be made ageless, yes, but the mind will still ages, only slower. Some slower than others, but sadly madness or senility is the fate of most mortals who live too long. I remember Corwin well before he met that fate. It's off the sill? I've met Sothersill, yes. Do not ask me to explain further. It will either be too complex for you to take, or too complex for you, or take too much of my time. Okay. Well, the Dwemer. It is said that the Dwemer are indeed a great house, although not recognized as a house at all. Perhaps the tribunal had a strong opinion that disregarded them. They were thought to have been rebels and unbelievers. Their motives were quite unthought of by fellow pointed ears, and even feared. The Dwemer, of course, however careless their ideals were, simply sought understanding, much as myself and many other fellow researchers. Had I been a walking soul at the time of the Dwemer, I myself may have found and adopted their way, and become one of their own. Alas, I'm in the present, and they are of the past. In many regards, I live my days as much as the Dwemer did in their time. I am but one Dunmer. Imagine, if you will, thousands of Dunmer, with my intentions of research and intention. Should we be feared? Perhaps not with the passing of time. In the days of long ago, the Dwemer were made out to be an enemy for their beliefs. First and foremost, one must ask themselves whether Dwemer a carefree or a careless race. Were they tolerable or were they tyrants? Did they create machines of offensive or defensive? Offense or defense, I think he probably means. What is known is they were great inventors of machine and construct. Magic was not favoured by them, but it is rumoured that there was some practice within their numbers. With the Dwemer gone and the tribunal no longer acting overseer, speculation is the only tool at our disposal. Disappearance of the Dwarves. The disappearance is still a mystery that grows deeper and deeper with every step taken forward. We know that all Dwemer, with the exception of my good friend Yagram, vanished. Where they went is the true mystery. Many theories say they were transported to oblivion. Quite a harsh place to want to go, if that was their plan. It's possible they went somewhere by accident. It's even possible they just ceased to exist at all. The idea that they were lost in time is quite new to me. I highly doubt that since the laws behind time would govern us to not even recall they even existed. Truly something supernatural indeed. I do know what happened, but in all reality I do not know where they have gone, or if they are in all truth dead. Okay. And these wizards, they speak words, and you become no more knowledgeable on the subject whatsoever. I have this coded message. Message from Master Arian. Yes, I will accept this message. Please wait here while I read this. In just a minute, I will write a reply. Here, take this. Back to Mouth Gallus Sethandas. Tell him that I must reject his master's thoughtful proposal. Which, if you'd forgotten, was to Master Arian asking Master Fear here to rejoin the Telvanni Council. Probably to do something about Gothrin, since nobody seems to like the guy. And of course, Diveth Fear here, in his Daedric armor, with his daughters in his wizard tower and his corpusarium, doesn't really care. He's got more important things to be doing, apparently. And I can appreciate that. Yes, I can. Right. Anything else worth asking about? Background? I am but an old wizard. My days of adventure are over. The petty politicals, masters of weaponry, and weavers of blaze can handle what is needed. However, though I may be older than many pines of the north, it is never too late for an old Dunmer to learn and find sense in that which he never thought so. I am not so much of a conversationalist unless it concerns matters of intellectual curiosities. Daedra? By choice, I traffic only with two Daedra powers, Merin's Dagon and Azura. Azura knows and understands all things, and declines to speak of these things, or only speaks in riddles. Merin's Dagon, out of pride, fixity of purpose, and a predictable lack of subtlety in thought, knows nothing and understands nothing, and is inclined to speak freely and without falsehood. Interesting. We've already encountered Merin's Dagon, actually, as it turns out. He sent us off to kill a Daedroth that he didn't like very much in a ruin that I've never heard of before. Maybe one day we'll find the place and we can actually carry out his task. Divine disease? Magical principles of corpus disease are elusive and miraculous, far more subtle and powerful than yeah, I know we've already been down that route. Ask him about his daughters individually, but I don't honestly care. Morrowind lore? The cursed cliff racers do not appear to have dwindled in their numbers over time. I do believe that I should find a way of making their existence all but present. Perhaps I shall bring back some mighty dragons to reclaim the skies of Vardenfell. That would surely be a treat, without a possibility within my power. I've heard of one named Jib, who seems to have taken the cause of eradication of them to heart. Wait a minute, Jib. That rings a bell. It couldn't possibly be No, it must be another jib. That would be silly. I am but a student of the mysteries that engulf the land entire. It's not my way to tackle. It is not my way to tackle obstacles. It is my way to solve them. One may know how to climb a mountain, yet one may never climb it. I do not seek things of great power, yet I yearn to understand them. Finding answers appears to be the primary purpose of mortal existence. Little advice. Living creatures, if nothing else, have the right to life. Their only truly precious possession. It should not be taken from them without cause. Little secret. Have you wondered why it seems every time you need assistance from someone, they ask you to perform a task for them? The universe is methodized by symmetry and balance. In every aspect of existence, this equipoise is observed. Even in the trivial scope of our dealings, the equivalence must be maintained. I agree to assist you. In return, you perform a service of value for me. This does not mean nothing ultimately changes, just that a price must be paid in some form for every change we make. You don't have any chores for me, do you? Okay, so basically you're talking out of your arse then in that case. Well then. What were you reading, by the way? Homilies of Blessed Almalexia and Tal Marog Kerr's Researches, value 450. Good grief. Two diamond bits on the table as well. Wrapped corpus. Ooh. Let's not touch that. Right, well. I suppose I'll be on my way. Something tells me this will not be the last time we meet, Devathir. Oh god, it's not any charge. Where's my robe of oh, you know what, I can't be bothered. Not that long a drop, is it? Ouch! Alright, let's just limp towards the exit. No one will notice, it's fine.